Okay, so this is part 2 of the build letter and the envelopes. I've already showed you how to input all the build letter things, so just real quick, we can go to mailings, and we're going to use our existing list. This is just a recap. Remember, we go here, we have our MLS list. We're going to open that, and then we're going to preview results. So notice that, remember, it filled all these in, and we can go clicking next and next and next and finding all these. And so this is where we get this kind of view. And then our next view, just to recap, remember we hit finish and merge, and we edit individual documents, all. And this puts it up in a new browser. And what we can do here is this shows the whole master list. If we scroll through, it shows it all ready, like for print. And we'd normally print this out. But remember what we do here is, so normally I'd print this out and this would be all our letters like I explained. But we're going to exit this out and don't save. And then we're going to, and since this is the actual build letter, what we're going to do is we do not want to mess up what was templated here before. So even though this is changed, it actually hasn't saved or changed the whole document. So it's important that when we click this off, we want to hit don't save, or else it'll mess up the template that this actually is. So we hit don't save. Okay, so that was just a quick recap of what the last video was about. Now we're going to do the mailings, the actual envelope of the mailings. So what we're going to do first is, this is just a blank document. Nothing's on it. I just, Microsoft Word to new, and this is just whatever blank document comes up. Next, we're going to go to mailings and envelopes. And this just brings up kind of a bunch of just labels and what it looks like. We can do options if we need to. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So we're on envelopes, excuse me. And we're going to want to, why is this? Why is this? This should look like an envelope. Okay. You know what, let's use an existing list. Actually, envelopes. Okay, there we go. We have to start a mail merge. We click envelopes and then we hit start mail merge. So this actually shows the envelope. Before, it just showed the whole page. So now this went into envelopes, and we have to click here because this is the address block. And so now that we're on this, it's important that we click here, because when you're not in here, it just looks all blank. But we click in here, and then we go to select recipients, and we use an existing list of our PMLS list, and open that. And it should have this should be here. Why is this? Okay, address block, here we go, yes. Insert recipient's name. So all this is correct. And there we go. We hit the address block of it. And where we go from here is we can look at the recipient list, and this is what it all is. So this now just put in the address block. And what we're going to do now is we are going to preview the results. And then notice that it like with the build letter, as soon as we hit preview, it fills in all those names. And it fills it in right here because this is where we designated the address block to go, like a standard envelope. And what we're going to do now is we're going to finish and merge these, but a different way than before. So we can scroll through this. This is the view that lets us, see them all on the single sheet like this, the scroll through view. And we did not mess with anything up in this top left corner because Scott already has his return address up here that are printed out on the envelopes already, which is why we don't need to put anything here. So all we need to do is change this, because when these print, these are going to update or print onto an envelope already. And so now that we checked that this is good, we're going to finish and merge, and we're going to go to, we don't need to go to edit this time like we did on the other ones, because that was when we edited the information in the body of where their house is going to be, where we edited some of the locations, if you remember, just to make them more relevant, because every one of our mail letters that we send out is customized a little bit more than just this, because this is so straightforward. So then we're going to go to print documents, all, and then normally, you have to make sure the envelopes are set in the way. I mean, I can't really explain it on here because it's more something you have to see, but we know how to set, you have to make sure they're set in the tray right, and so that they print out, not backwards, or so that this, when they print out, that this address block will print correctly in sync with the part of the envelope that already has our return address printed correctly. So normally we'd hit, print right here. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to print these, but that's basically how we set up this video. And so remember, just mailings, then we have to hit envelopes, and it'll create this envelope looking template. And then once we get that, we click in here in this address block. So we designate it where that names will go. Then we select our recipients from our list, which I showed you that we already did from the build letter. And then we hit preview, and it fills those in the address block. And then we'd hit finish. Instead of edit individual, like for the letters, we just go straight to print, and we'd print these out. And that's how we do it, and it's just important to make sure that the envelopes are inserted correctly into the printer. And that's it for this video.